Happy Friday, guys. I'm not doing my other campaign today for the fact I really only have time to do one dungeon, therefore I just want to do a medium dungeon here, get a decent one out, but I didn't want to do one episode just for one dungeon. Currently what I have in mind. Sorry, just checking out. Wow, good stuff. I just don't have time to do multiple, and usually I like my episodes to be 2 to 3 dungeons. Therefore, I'm only going to do this one, and this also gets back to some of the high-level champion stuff, which I find a lot more fun, and I appreciate way more now than I used to, that's for darn sure. Having, like, percentages that are above 75% for a normal attack is pretty darn nice. We're running a fairly strong damage lineup here. The Vessel will be having to recover a lot of any damage taken here, but I don't think we'll be too worried because, as I said, this is a pretty beefy lineup, so we should be able to get through most people in time. And man, I really couldn't do much of that swine heaver, huh? Hopefully I'm not getting disease like I did in my other episode here recently. Overall, with that grapeshot blast missing, it pretty much screwed me over because it let 2 people go. And possibly 3 if the swine heaver goes again. Good. It's another miss. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. At least I dodged it. Ah, it's so aggravating. Yeah, that double dodge is not a good start. And of course he doesn't bleed, so he can go. That's an excellent start. I'm going to heal everyone. Good 18 crit on the person who has 0 damage. I mean, everyone got fully healed. It's just, it's amusing. At least he died. Got a lot of damage since he gets extra damage against humans. We're going to try a third time. Holy crow. Holy crap. 16%. I don't know what the math is on that, but it's way too high to miss 3 times in a row. Oh, what a... Oh, I don't even know what to say to that. I'm like actually kind of dumbfounded. I think that's probably... Man, that is just... I even deleted the wrong thing. I wanted to get rid of the crest. Oh. Well, hey, it happens. You gotta live by the RNG and die by the RNG. The reason why I'm gonna go here is try to get a double scout in this room so I can see all these hallways and stuff. And also I can see over here as well. Going to this room, if I get a double scout, will essentially solve the rest of the dungeon for me. And I guess I'll find out. Oh, it's a skiver. It's a skiver. I'm going to need to hit my shots now. Oh, please don't stun. That's a stun. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have to dog bone this. That's the lowest end of damage. Well, everything is terrible right now. That is all I will say. Jeez. Holy crap. You can't be serious. Yep. It's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days. At least that hit. Oh, actually, that set him up for grapeshot if he gets to go next, which could potentially kill off the heaver. I was not fortunate enough. Shoot. Good dodge, though. Here we go. Well, yeah, we'll still do it. Just to get rid of it. And then, yeah, we're just gonna bring down the hammer on him a little bit. I was wondering. Frickin' A. I hate skivers with a passion. That's a good counter heal, though. There we go. Man, this dungeon's been rough. Normally with skivers, I would have liked to pull them forward and mark them, but getting immediately stunned and forced to the back on 2 of my characters just kind of threw the prioritization off. Therefore, I didn't do this how I normally would like to. Because as I said, typically I would like to take care of the Skiver because they can do that massive damage as you saw. And that's why I almost always bring a Vestal to the Warrens with Champion. It's just way too much damage to try to make up for if you don't have an AoE healer. Yeah, it's just way too much damage.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Dang. Swine Skivers cannot be underestimated in their damage, their tankability, and also their dodge, well, slash HP. They have a lot of that, and you really can't take them too lightly. They are probably one of the highest outputting special units. Bone Bears can be up there for the sole reason they give everyone else more damage, and now that he's marked, these have to die first. So I'm actually going to focus fire, trying to, yep, I say I need to focus fire these things down. Yeah, well, there we go. These are good crits and stuff. Because he's marked, and he's going to take extra damage from these Flesh Eaters. Darn, Houndmaster still couldn't go. Yeah, like 14, that's a lot. And then the Blight. That's no joke on the damage right there. We are going to heal him, and then we're probably going to grapeshot blast with the Highwaymen to get rid of, and then to hit as well. Drums of Doom, not too worried about that. We have a campfire, so that's not bad. And I'm actually going to just probably cry Havoc here, just reduce a little bit of that. And I am going to kill him because he still had HP left, and my Highwayman hasn't gone yet, which was making me a little nervous, even though he has 9 speed. But now we're pretty much just going to stun up, hopefully. With that crit we should. Yep. I might try to milk it out to get to the Bounty Hunter with another heal, so we'll cry Havoc once again. Because he did get rocked fairly hard, and I would like to see him... get there. So we're actually going to riposte, and then we're going to stun, or at least shuffle. Oh, and stun again. Perfect. We'll just finish him off now. But I really wanted that heal, and the reason why I was okay with letting him go if he was, because he has the riposte up, so if he would have done Drums of Doom again, I would have had a nice chance to riposte him, and then the stress damage wouldn't have come in anyways, and I would have been pretty much off the hook. Then that's what I was thinking, so. I'm not getting any scouts. I know I don't have any scouting gear. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I know I don't have any scouting gear, but it'd still be nice to try to get one of those 25% chances in there. Actually, it's a little higher because of DLC, but... Wow, okay. And I didn't even scout these halls. It actually might be in some of these hallways. This is a, I'm fortunate every room is only 3, and I could have argued I should have gone there to check, because it could easily have been over there with a scout, but once again I didn't get a scout, so I'm not going to be tempted to say, oh yeah, it was totally over there. And I did that so he can take more damage and have slower speed, because next turn's really where I'm going to want to pump out all my damage. And I'm hoping to stun him, though it's fairly low. I say it was a pretty low percentage chance. Now I'm hoping he skull tosses or house. It's a rend, that's even better actually. I don't really care about damage too much, and even the stress damage isn't terrible. So we're just going to keep stacking the bleed. I need to do 21 more damage, which is fairly difficult to do because they have a protection of 40%, but it's definitely plausible. Well, I was 4 short. We're actually going to go for it. There we go. I just don't want him going again. We pretty much set up for the kill shot, so we might as well follow through with it. When you kind of all in on something, as I said, you just got to go all in on it, and I was really prioritizing all my resources on that ghoul to make sure A, he didn't go first, and B, died in the second round, so I really wanted to make sure he died in the second round, because that's what I was gearing my party to do essentially. So oops, not what I wanted. Yeah, as you play more where you already play, you just gotta learn what am I prioritizing and how much am I willing to sacrifice to get that target killed. Sometimes it's everything. You use all 4, 6 actions even to kill it, but if it's crucial that your lineup kills that or removes that from the fight, you gotta do it. And also, that's a mistake that I should have reshuffled. I'll solve that. It is a skiver though, which is a little scary. That I'm not going to be to my full potential here. Yeah, and that's... So I am going to move them back one so you can at least... They all have fairly high stun resistance, but I'm going to try anyways. Okay. Spit Rose, probably a stun and a move. Okay, it's a stun though. I am going to try to pull them forward though, because I believe from the front they can only do something called Goring Flight, and now that he's marked, I have 2 individuals who can hit marked individuals fairly well, as long as he doesn't go before the Swine Skiver does. Now that stun on my healer is actually going to be pretty problematic, and I'm going to explain why. Because large flesh eaters can do a metric crap ton of damage. And if I happen to get critically struck here, my fingers were shifted, whoops. I actually wanted that to be just a pistol shot. But yeah, if I was to get critically struck here, I could debatably lose somebody, especially to that DOT. So if he attacks him, he might just die. Yep, and this is how it can happen. 6, that's good. Now that mark is on though, and I'm pretty much... I'm gonna have to take off that blight. And I'm very fortunate that that was... Shoot. I was very fortunate it wasn't a hard-hitting critical, because it would have obviously put me down to 0 and then take a blight tick, which would have obviously given me a 33% chance, I believe, to die. Tentacle Devour is the skill you really need to watch out for. It can do a lot of damage, especially on a mark, so I'm very fortunate to have that miss. Large flesh eaters are weird. They're one of the things I really despise fighting, but in a way you can kinda leave them alone, but eventually you do need to address the issue, because yeah, that 34, like I said, you do need to address the issue eventually. And I was trying to get there, it's just they have so much HP and just enough protection to really get them up towards that like 90 HP range, which can take you by surprise the first couple of times you're gonna fight them. And I also just wasn't getting any bleeds, but they have high resistances. I don't know if you got a chance to look at that, but it was like 100% and stuff. So, yeah. Okay. So I haven't walked down this hall. I gotta do that because it could technically be there. Then I'm probably gonna walk over here. I cannot fight a Shambler. As much as I would maybe... I'm tempted, but it's definitely bad, especially since I have someone already on death's door. I could camp skill right outside of it, but I don't believe I'd be able to kill it easily. I'd probably lose somebody, because I don't think I have a very good party against the tentacles, and I think that would really ruin me. Because they have a high speed, and I have like no way to really give myself a large speed buff, and without that speed... Oh shoot, I forgot to check there. Well, we're going to chance it. I was talking and... moving, lazy. Oh, that might be why. Ha ha ha, I didn't know you had lazy eye. Usually my characters on this playthrough have such high negative quirk removal. As you saw, no one here had a quirk except him. That sometimes me having a quirk is actually a surprise, and I don't really expect it, so I don't check. But that would definitely explain the multiple shrapnel misses. Now I think I've still missed at a rather high percentage that I shouldn't. But the extra 5% chance of missing, or -5 to accuracy, would definitely explain the possible blunders of my way. But I'm glad I at least was able to take care of it here. I acknowledged it, it's done. That's always good. We should be able to kill this guy before he gets to go, hopefully. I am gonna heal. I could have tried to do damage, but I think we're gonna have enough damage coming up here. If the bounty hunter gets to go. Nope. Oh, he's gonna leave me with a howl. Ooh, you are a mean sir. Yeah, I would have had enough damage to the bounty hunter, but I guess that's how that goes sometimes. Alright, let's see. Now, the good news is, if that was my last fight, I can actually just campfire, eat 8 food, remove all of this off, and call it a day, essentially. More negative quirk removal, but as I said, my people are very good and don't need it. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to continue though, so if you're watching, because then I'm going to go do some of this stuff, because I'm going to minus more stress there, and then it's a book curio. I'm going to go check this one and see what it is, and see if we can't get a little extra money. Oh, and take that fight. Oh, well, wow. Alright. Oh, I only had 2 torches left. So I'm going to back up, use my campfire, then take that fight. I'm curious to see what it is. Take one more fight before I go on vacation here.
It's a goal without hope.
Sure. Then that. We got 1 left. He's got 17 stress. It's a little high, but it's whatever. It's not too bad. Oh. Well. We're gonna try to one-shot this fight. Come on, one shot. One shot, one shot. Oh, we're so close. 1 and 2, 1 and 4. And now we'll just... Oh, that spider. The spooter. Just don't be a critical. Okay, as I say, I just don't want to take more stress, that's all. I don't care what... Alright, what's that? 2 dodges? Can we go for a 3rd? No. Spider tried. Alright, it's an extra, what's that, 1500? Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, thank you for watching. I will be continuing my campaign once I get back from my vacation, but I did just want to get up a small video just for a little Warren's run, so thank you for your guys' support. I hope all of you guys have a great weekend here, and then also have a great next week. If you are a longtime viewer of the channel, feel free to go back to some of my older videos. If you really want to go way back, there's some like Far Cry stuff and other weird videos I first did. The channel is significantly different now than it was, so that might be a fun, weird little blast to the past there. If you're new to the channel, you have a lot of videos to catch up to, because I have party compositions, I have live runs, I have the episodes, I have tips and tricks, boss guides if you're interested. The list can go on and on, so if you're new, feel free to check all of those out. If you're a old member and you've seen almost all the Darkest Dungeon videos, maybe it'll give you a smile to go back and see what else I was trying to do on this channel before it essentially became a Darkest Dungeon main channel. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.